Welcome to Dolphin Dive Daily, your go-to spot for everything Miami Dolphins. If you bleed aqua and orange, hit that subscribe button and join the pod. There's a buzz sweeping through the NFL rumor mill that's setting the stage for a major shake-up in the AFC. Word on the street is that Nick BOSA, one of the most fearsome defensive ends in the league, has allegedly inked a deal with the Miami Dolphins. If this whispers turn out to be true, this signing could redefine the defensive landscape in the AFC and send shockwaves through rival teams. BOSA's arrival in Miami wouldn't just be a routine roster move. It would be a strategic declaration of war against every quarterback in the conference. Picture it, BOSA, known for his relentless pass rush and bone-crushing tackles, becoming the spearhead of the Dolphins' defense, aiming to disrupt the rhythm and confidence of opposing signal callers. Week after week, the rumor has insiders speculating that Miami is not just looking to improve defensively, but is setting the tone for an aggressive, dominant defense that could rival even the toughest offenses. The AFC has long been known for its elite quarterbacks, but with BOSA now in the mix, things might get a whole lot more complicated for them. This supposed move might be Miami's statement that they're serious contenders ready to wage war on the gridiron and rewrite the story of who controls the AFC. Adding Nick BOSA to Miami's roster would provide the Dolphins with a transformative edge, and the ripple effects on the AFC could be monumental. Consider BOSA's impact last season. His ability to pressure quarterbacks, disrupt plays in the backfield, and create turnovers has been nothing short of extraordinary. If he truly has joined the Dolphins, this could embolden their defensive coordinator to dial up more aggressive schemes, knowing they have a game-changing talent to lead the charge. It's no secret that AFC quarterbacks are some of the league's best, often living on their ability to evade pressure and make quick decisions. With BOSA's relentless pursuit, that margin for error could shrink dramatically. Rival quarterbacks will have to recalibrate their strategies when facing Miami, and offensive coordinators will be forced to innovate to protect their stars. There's an electrifying sense of anticipation as fans and analysts alike speculate on how BOSA's presence will reshape not only Miami's defense, but also the tactical battles unfolding across the AFC. The potential signing sends a clear message. The Dolphins are not just participants in the conference, they're aiming to dominate it one sack at a time. Rumors of BOSA's signing with the Dolphins also suggest a shift in Miami's overall team philosophy. Historically, the Dolphins have been known for a balanced approach focusing on both offense and defense, but the infusion of a high-impact defensive player like BOSA could signal a new aggressive mindset. The Dolphins may be gearing up to become the AFC's defensive juggernaut, a team built to intimidate and neutralize the league's top quarterbacks. This possible move would ignite fierce speculation about the AFC's quarterback battles as teams would now face the daunting task of countering Miami's revamped defensive front. Imagine the psychological pressure on opposing QBs. Knowing that BOSA is hunting them every down could rattle even the most composed veterans. It's easy to envision headlines framing Miami as the team to beat with a defense that could suffocate even the most potent offenses. If the rumors prove true, Miami's new defensive identity might not only reshape the Dolphins' fortunes, but also stir a ripple effect throughout the entire AFC, altering game plans, playoff projections, and off-season strategies for years to come. In addition to the immediate defensive upgrade, BOSA's alleged signing with the Dolphins could influence the team's locker room dynamics and leadership structure. Known for his intensity and work ethic, BOSA brings more than just physical prowess. He brings a mindset that could galvanize the entire defense. This sort of leadership could be invaluable for a Dolphins squad eager to assert itself in a tough AFC. Rumors hint that the coaching staff views BOSA as a cornerstone for building a relentless defensive culture, one that instills fear in opposing offenses. The psychological aspect of having a player like BOSA can be overstated. When quarterbacks see a relentless pass rusher on the other side, it forces hesitation, disrupts timing, and often leads to mistakes. This could elevate Miami's defense from good to elite, turning them into a unit that opponents dread facing. The speculation around this signing also fuels debates on social media and sports forums, with fans envisioning a new era where Miami's defense dominates and BOSA becomes the face of the franchise. Whether or not this deal is finalized, the chatter alone is enough to stir excitement and anticipation for what's next in the AFC. Meanwhile, across the AFC, rival teams are surely paying close attention to this brewing situation. The possibility of BOSA donning Dolphins colors sets the stage for intense rivalry matchups, particularly for teams whose quarterbacks have long been the target of Miami's defensive schemes. This potential acquisition might force these teams to rethink their offensive line strategies and protection schemes heading into future seasons. Coaches and GMs in the AFC would likely scramble to find answers on how to neutralize BOSA's impact, whether through quicker releases, altered play calls, or acquiring additional offensive weapons to compensate for the increased pressure. Now, who the eggs, ripple effect of Miami's alleged signing could reshape off-season priorities across the conference, leading to a defensive arms race as other teams scramble to keep pace. The speculation about BOSA's move is already generating conversations about how the Dolphins could upset the established balance of power in the AFC. Such a seismic shift might lead to a fascinating chess match between offense and defense as the 2025 season approaches, with Miami poised to make a bold statement if this rumor holds true. Looking deeper into the potential consequences of this signing, there's the undeniable impact on the AFC's playoff picture. With Nick Bosa anchoring Miami's defense, the Dolphins could become a nightmare for top-tier offenses come postseason. The rumor alone is enough to spark new projections, with Miami suddenly in the conversation as a legitimate Super Bowl contender. Imagine the defensive pressure Bosa could bring in crucial moments, third downs, red zone stands, and turnover opportunities. This change would force AFC quarterbacks and coaching staffs to prepare for a stiffer challenge than ever before. Analysts are already speculating that Miami's revamped defense could be the X factor that propels them deep into the playoffs, perhaps even to the AFC Championship or beyond. The whispers surrounding Bosa's contract and commitment suggest Miami is betting big on their defensive future. Whether it's true or not, the mere possibility has fans and pundits buzzing about the dramatic shifts this move could trigger in the AFC hierarchy. The Dolphins' reputation could soar, and the pressure on other contenders would intensify exponentially. Some insiders hint that Bosa's signing might also be part of a broader strategic vision for the Dolphins, one focused on sustained dominance rather than a one-season splash. This rumor suggests Miami is not just signing Bosa for his immediate impact, but as a foundational piece for building a defense that can contend year after year. This would mark a significant shift for Miami, positioning them as a defensive powerhouse in a conference traditionally dominated by offensive juggernauts. The idea is that Bosa's presence will inspire younger players to elevate their game, fostering a culture of toughness and resilience. If these rumors hold, Miami's front office is sending a clear message they're committed to building a team that can consistently pressure and disrupt opposing quarterbacks. The ramifications of this approach would extend beyond just game day. It would shape Miami's draft priorities, free agency moves, and coaching hires in the coming seasons. The speculation around Bosa's signing hints at a bold, calculated gamble by Miami to stake their claim as the AFC's dominant defensive force. Still with us? Then show some love. Hit that like button and let us know in the comments what's your take on the Fins this week. Meanwhile, the ripple effect of this signing could also be felt in the AFC quarterback community itself. With Bosa reputed to be one of the league's most fearsome pass rushers, quarterbacks may begin adjusting their game plans specifically to counter him. Rumors are swirling that QBs in the AFC might start working extra hours with their coaches on quicker releases, rollouts, and perhaps even altering offensive systems to minimize exposure to Bosa's disruptive power. This potential shift could lead to an evolution in how quarterbacks approach Miami's defense. More urgency, more caution, and a constant awareness of Bosa lurking on every snap. It's plausible to think this development could influence quarterback performance league-wide, making the Dolphins' defense a psychological and physical hurdle in every game. Speculation even suggests that some quarterbacks might express concern or frustration in interviews, subtly acknowledging the challenge Miami's defense presents. Whether it's all hype or a sign of things to come, the rumor of Bosa joining Miami adds an extra layer of intrigue and intensity to AFC quarterback battles. There's also talk among insiders that this signing might affect Miami's defensive scheme itself. With BOSA's unique skill set, the Dolphins might shift towards more aggressive blitz packages and stunts designed to maximize his ability to wreak havoc in the backfield. This could involve rethinking personnel groupings, adjusting coverage schemes, and even modifying defensive play calling to give BOSA more freedom to hunt quarterbacks. Rumors suggest that Miami's defensive coordinator has been eager to incorporate a pass rush specialist into the core strategy, and BOSA fits the bill perfectly. This potential strategic evolution would make Miami's defense not only more physically imposing, but also more unpredictable and dangerous. Opposing teams would face the challenge of trying to decipher Miami's defensive intentions on the fly, knowing that one misstep could mean disaster against a relentless pass rusher like BOSA. The speculation around these tactical adjustments adds a compelling dimension to the overall buzz about a Dolphins' new defensive identity. The chatter about BOSA's rumored signing also raises questions about the Dolphins' salary cap and future financial flexibility. Given BOSA's stature and recent performance, the contract is expected to be significant, which means Miami would have to make tough decisions elsewhere to accommodate this marquee player. Rumors suggest that the Dolphins might be prepared to restructure deals or part ways with some veterans to clear space. This could lead to a broader roster overhaul, further indicating Miami's commitment to reshaping their defense. Financial experts in the sports world are closely watching this situation, speculating on how Miami's front office will balance star power with depth and sustainability. The rumor that Miami is willing to make bold financial moves for BOSA highlights the franchise's aggressive approach to competing at the highest level. If true, this willingness to invest heavily in defense could inspire other AFC teams to follow suit, sparking a new wave of high-profile defensive acquisitions across the league. Finally, while the Miami Dolphins have yet to officially confirm Nick, BOSA's signing, the mere possibility, has ignited a frenzy of speculation and excitement among fans and analysts alike. This rumor encapsulates everything that makes NFL offseason chatter so thrilling. Potential game-changing moves, strategic shifts, and the promise of a more intense, unpredictable AFC. Whether BOSA actually signs with Miami or not, the idea alone challenges long-held assumptions about power balance within the conference. It sets the stage for fascinating narratives heading into training camps preseason and the regular season. The Dolphins' potential to become a defensive juggernaut adds a new layer of drama to the AFC story, where every quarterback now has one more reason to look over their shoulder. As the rumor mill spins on all eyes, we'll be on Miami waiting to see if they really are about to declare war on the AFC's quarterbacks in the most literal sense possible. The suspense is palpable, and the implications could reshape the NFL landscape for years. That's a wrap for today's dive. If you're loving the content, share it with a fellow Dolphins fan, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a splash. Fins up.